Hi everyone. So my name is Miss Sarah and I am one of the literacy tutors at Donahue School along with Miss Iris. So currently Miss Iris and I are home in our apartment and we really miss everyone. We really miss the time that we would get to spend together doing reading, which we think is really special. And I was thinking of what to do because I do miss everyone, and I wanted to be able to give families something to do during this time. Since I know you're all cooped up at home, which I hope you're enjoying, though. I hope that you found some activities to do. I hope that you're still learning, like maybe you're playing some games like Lexia or Prodigy or games like that. So I hope that you're still keeping your learning up, finding new exciting things to do, having fun with your families. So the first book that I want to read here, so this one's definitely for our kiddos that are in kindergarten or first grade, but if you're second grade or third grade, or even older than that, anyone can enjoy a story. Story time's really fun no matter how old you are. So this book right here is called Peppa in Space. So this is a Peppa Pig book. I really like Peppa Pig. I know some of you like Peppa Pig too. So I hope you'll enjoy this. So here's the logo here that says Peppa Pig, and we know that what this is called is the front cover, right? And then right here, even though it's kind of teeny tiny, you all know that this is the spine of the book, and here is the back cover. So let's take a look at the front cover here. It looks like here's the title, Peppa in Space. And here is a drawing of Peppa Pig. So I think if we were to think about what was going to happen in the book, I think it'll involve Peppa Pig, probably her family, and they're probably going to go to space. So we'll find out. So let's see. Let's open it up here. So this book doesn't say, doesn't really have an author or an illustrator, but it does say it's adapted by, it looks like Rika Chan. So I think what happened was this was a TV episode and they made this TV show into a book. So that's what adapted means. They means they took the TV show and they put it into the book. So I think that's what happened here. So Peppa in Space. All right, so here's our first page. It is a sunny day. Peppa is playing with her bouncy ball outside. All right, there she is. George and his friend, Edmund Elephant, are playing with their space toys. They are pretending that they are on the moon. All right. Mummy and Daddy Pig have an idea. There's a show at the museum about the moon and space. They all go see it. Oh, okay. So maybe they're not really going to go to space. Maybe they're just going to go to a museum. Let's find out. Okay. But Peppa is nervous. She doesn't want to go to the moon. Will we really have to go to the moon? Peppa asks. No, Peppa, Daddy Pig says. We're not going to the moon. We're going to the museum. All right. It looks like my prediction was right there. They're just going to a museum. You can see the museum here. They probably have a space exhibit at the museum. Okay. Mrs. Rabbit gives Mummy Pig 5 tickets. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, okay. There's 5 of them in the family. I only have 4 people in my family. It's just me and my mom and my dad and my brother. Although we do have a cat. I feel like she's part of the family. She probably wouldn't be allowed in a museum, though. They don't really let pets in there. Okay. So Mrs. Rabbit gives Mummy Pig 5 tickets. Enjoy your trip to the moon, Mrs. Rabbit says. Peppa is confused. She thought they were only going to the museum, not the moon. Strange. All right, let's find out. Then, Mr. Rabbit leads Peppa and her family into a rocket ship. Peppa thinks it looks real. Mr. Rabbit even puts on a helmet like a real astronaut. But Mr. Rabbit reminds her that it's only pretend. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, blast off! On the first stop of the tour, Mr. Rabbit explains that there are 8 planets that go around the sun: Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. Peppa and everyone she knows live on Earth. All right, and there's Jupiter right there. I can tell because it has the little rings around it. I think that's Jupiter. And there's Peppa in her little spaceship. All right, some planets are made of rock, some planets are made of ice, and some planets are made of gas. The next stop on the tour is a big room with a moon. If this was the real moon, you could jump over my head, Mr. Rabbit says. Gravity is what keeps us on the ground, explains Mr. Rabbit. It is weaker on the moon, so you can jump higher. Peppa is impressed. Mr. Rabbit straps everyone in to an anti-gravity rubber bands. Then they bounce high into the air as if they are on the moon. It is a lot of fun. Say moon cheese, Mrs. Rabbit says, as she snaps a photo. Moon cheese! Everyone cheers. That's really silly. Okay. The tour is over, but Peppa still has many questions. Are there trees on the moon? She asks. No, Mr. Rabbit answers. Are there any cars on the moon? Peppa asks. No, Mr. Rabbit answers. Are there any moon shops? Peppa asks. No, Mr. Rabbit answers. That would be silly. Peppa, her family, and Edmund enter the museum shop. Welcome to the moon shop, says Mrs. Rabbit. Wow, look at everything you can buy in the shop. Looks like there's little moon cards. They have mugs. Those might be plates or maybe decorations. A poster. That's pretty cool. The moon shop sells many things. Daddy Pig buys a piece of moon cheese. The moon is very tasty, he says. But the moon is not really made of cheese. It is made of rock. A lot of people think that the moon is made out of cheese because the moon has little holes in it, kind of like cheese does. But it is made of rock. All right, Mrs. Rabbit holds out a photo. Here is a photo of piggies on the moon with an elephant, she says. Oh my gosh, it's them. It's a picture of them at the museum. Everyone giggles. They like the picture. Peppa, George, Edmund, Mummy Pig, and Daddy Pig have all had a fun day at the museum and in space. All right, and that is the end of the book. All right, I hope that you have enjoyed. I think I want to read a few other books too, so I'll probably be posting some other videos, but I hope everyone has a really nice week and you get to stay healthy and you find more things to do. So just be on the lookout for some other videos. All right, so bye for now.